Hi everyone, welcome to Kitabi Cabins. I am Kritika and today we are going to discuss a few Indian plays. I will start with Ashad Ka Ek Din. Why Ashad? Because I'm in Bangalore and the weather has been pretty kind for the last few days, which brings me to Ashad Ka Ek Din, a day in the monsoon. So the play was written in 1958. It was a debut play by Mohan Rakesh, who is the pioneer of Indian theatrical literature, and he has written so many plays, most of them very critically acclaimed and performed all over the country and outside as well. Play का setting ये है कि it is divided into three parts and it is a fictional story of कालिदास. Play start होता है मानसून के एक दिन से, जिसमें मल्लिका और अंबिका के बीच में कुछ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आ रहा है. मल्लिका इज़ द डॉटर हु हैज़ जस्ट कम एन्जॉइंग अ डे इन द मानसून. बारिश हो रही थी, शी इज़ वेरी हैप्पी, शी इज़ एक्सटैटिक. And she comes home and Ambika, her mother, is really upset and being a little bit passive aggressive towards her. How the story unfolds is the stories of Mallika and Kalidas and a few other characters come into the picture. It explored so much about, of course, love, that's part of it, but it also explored about ambitions and conflicts that come between relationships, the conflict that come due to ambitions, and the conflict between your personal happiness, or do you want to pursue your profession more and have to sort of let go of your personal happiness. Play explored so much about human conflicts and the importance of decision making and how a single decision changes the course. Mohan Rakesh का ही दूसरा play है and it was released in 1969 called आधे अधूरे. This is by far my favorite plays that I've read. आधे अधूरे का setting अगर आप अभी पढ़ेंगे, if you're somebody below 35, 40, and you've lived in the urban area, you might find it relatable, the setting of it. But जब प्ले आया था वो 1969 में आया था, और 1969 का अगर आप कुछ भी पीस ऑफ आर्ट, इंडियन आर्ट उठा के देखेंगे तो इट इज़ वेरी कम्युनिटी बेस्ड एक्सपीरियंस. दे आर वेरी फैमिली ओरिएंटेड. आप जितनी भी मूवीज़ देखेंगे, मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर बेस्ड around the family structure. There you'll always find that sister-in-law is living with somebody, brother-in-law, their whole family is living with you. So it's a very joint family structure. When this play came out, it was sort of a breakthrough and it reflected the societal change that was happening in India, where women were coming into the workforce. Of course, they worked before, but the number increased. Some of the family members were going out into the cities, building their own family from scratch and sort of moving out and going into the nuclear family structure. So जो ये play है, इसका focus उस पे है कि अब आपकी जो external community based issues आते थे या conflicts आते थे वो नहीं आ रहे हैं. Now there are more internal conflicts based on your very individual expectations and experiences. It's such an interesting play and it very rich in the emotional depth of the characters. पूरा play एक family पे based है, जिसमें जो lady है who's the protagonist of the play, she is doing the household work, she is managing her professional side of the life, and जो उनके husband है, he is very passive in life. He is not contributing in the home, he is not actively seeking out any job, he is unemployed for quite a while now. जो उनका बेटा है, the mother is trying to find him a job and give him some sort of a direction in life, but he is also very agitated and irritated all the time. He lacks a very promising father figure in his life, and everybody in the play is so full of discontentment that now whenever they are talking, they are drawing blood. All the passive aggression and even if not passive aggression, they are just straightforward aggressive with each other. They are fighting with each other anytime they utter a word. It's a very intriguing read because there's so much conflict happening back and forth between the characters that you are just flipping pages and reading again and again. The theme just spans around that self-isolation. Like they are isolated from their family members, but they are also in isolation with themselves. That's why they are always in a search for identity or some meaning in their life. The third play, ये प्ले मुझे मिला था, एक शो आता था अनुपम खेर का, कुछ भी हो सकता है, एंड इरफान खान was once invited to that show and he was talking about all his childhood journey and what led him, what experiences in life led him to pursue theatre full time. And he was talking about that कि जब वो अपने घर से निकले, he was in a rickshaw and he had a lot of bags packed and he was going to make it. And there was this one line that echoed in his head, which was उमंगो भरी उम्र है, पूरे आलम पे फतेह करने के ख्वाब देखने की उम्र है, which is a line in the play called Tughlaq, written by Girish Karnad. Now Girish Karnad, अगर आपने खुद भी पढ़ा है, and if you talk to anybody who is interested in Indian theatre, this is probably the name that comes just like that in conversations. He has set such a prominent figure in Indian theatre background. He has contributed in cinema as well. और जो उनका पहला प्ले था वो ययाति था, which was modern take on the mythological themes. मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है अभी तक, but that was his first play. Another one was Tughlaq, which is based on Muhammad bin Tughlaq and his life. It is quite political, and it also dwells into like psychological depth of humans. Throughout his work, he's seen a lot of drawing inspiration from mythology. एक तो ययाति है प्ले, और एक और उनका प्ले है द फायर एंड द रेन, विच ऑल्सो इज़ बेस्ड ऑन अ फ्यू महाभारत कैरेक्टर्स एंड इट्स अ वेरी कंटेम्प्रेरी टेक ऑन इट. गिरीश कर्नाड के प्लेज आर परफॉर्म्ड ऑल ओवर इंडिया इन so many languages. He was born in Maharashtra and he grew up in Karnataka. जो Tughlaq है, it's originally written in Kannada and it got later translated into many languages. Now we talked about Mohan Rakesh and Girish Karnad. Mohan Rakesh का एक प्ले जो मैंने बताया, आषाढ़ का एक दिन, जिसमें कालिदास तो थे ही, that was a fictional setting, but talking about the actual Kalidas. If you're talking about Indian classical literature, you have to talk about Kalidas, and there is a play which is well renowned called Abhigyan Shakuntalam, the discovery of Shakuntala. It goes centuries back, and the original, of course, written in Sanskrit, and it is translated into so many languages. I've been reading it slowly, and I'm halfway through it. It talks about how the king Dushyant met Shakuntala and what events unfolded after that. And the one thing that I really liked about reading plays is that it is a movie but on paper. It's like a screenplay, yeah. So it really gives you the opportunity or the liberty to visualize things on your own terms. I've been doing this exercise whenever I read a play, and especially in Aadhe Adhure, where some of the financial conflicts are happening in family. And you see that how their behavior is getting affected by the finances, and how the setting where they are is getting affected by it. So all of these cues about the characters and what they are dealing with really help you to set the background for yourself. So I do this exercise whenever like you can assume the financial background or the hobbies of a character, or what they like, what they do not like. So you can पेंट बैकग्राउंड फॉर योर सेल्फ कि वो कैसे घर में रह रहे हैं, कैसी टेबल है, टेबल के ऊपर कौन सा कपड़ा है, कुशन रखते हैं या नहीं रखते हैं, व्हाट आर द प्ले गिव्स यू अ बेसिक सेटिंग कि वो आंगन में बैठे हैं. नाउ यू कैन जस्ट प्ले अराउंड द आंगन, यू कैन पेंट वट एवर पिक्चर, वट एवर ट्री यू वॉन्ट टू हैव इन द आंगन. सो इट्स रियली लाइक अ ब्रेन टीजर थिंग, which I find interesting in reading plays. And of course, reading plays was a one medium where I could see the characters really having a conversation. Otherwise, the most of the Indian movies especially are very dialogue based. No two characters really talk more than 2 to 3 minutes, but you see that happening in a play where people are pouring their conflicts and anger in words, and you really see people experiencing anger and love and care and desire in words, which I did not find in movies that often. If we look back, things changed when parallel cinema came into the picture, and if you look at it, these theatre people were actually involved in getting that into cinema, where human emotions and human conflicts could be portrayed in a much better way. So there we go with a few Indian plays recommendations. Do read them and do give me more suggestions. I have only read from the pioneers, and I'm going to deep dive into it, and we can read them together. Thank you so much.